G'day YouTube. Just thought I'd do a quick update video. I know I haven't done any videos for a while, and apologies for that. So yeah, I just thought I've got a few ideas for some new videos in my mind, and I thought before I get stuck into those, I'd give you a quick update on some of the things that have been going on and some of the video series that I've done previously. So firstly, let's just quickly check out. There hasn't been a lot of progress on anything really, which is why you haven't seen much video. So I'll take you around and show you things where they're at now, just in case you're wondering. So let's have a look. Right, so this is where we're at with the injection molding machine. So as you can see, it's kind of become a bit of a dumping ground for a few things, but no real progress I think since the last videos were posted. We had the regulators on there. I did hook up some more of the airline under here and pipe it all through. However, there's kind of a reason why this is as far as it's gotten. It's stalled. I really took on board a lot of the feedback that I got from viewers about things like mould capacity and clamping strength and these sorts of things, and I really appreciate that feedback from viewers. As I've stated before, this isn't something that I'm particularly experienced in, so I was really just trying to have a go. Just picking up a bit of rust. Really just trying to have a go and make something out of my own head, and not really follow any plans or rules or anything of that nature. So that said, sort of taking on board, like I said, feedback from viewers, which again I really appreciate and keep the advice coming. Having stopped on this for a couple of months, it's really given me the opportunity to review my plans, reconsider perhaps some of the design and think of how it could be done better. More of that in a moment. The other video series was on the lathe, so let's have a look at that. So again, here's my new old lathe. I don't think much has happened on this since the last videos that I did. I did increase the headstock height by 20 millimeters with some plates there, and the same with the tailstock. I'm not sure if that was included in I did a video on that or not. I've used it a few times. It does work as you'd expect with a 100-year-old lathe. It's not particularly accurate. I did put a new belt on here. If you're wondering why it's so thin, it is good old Aussie kangaroo skin, which is the strongest leather known to mankind, so it's more than capable of handling the job. It has stretched slightly. I do need to cut this down, and I think I also have an issue with this where I'm not entirely sure that the belt pulley at the back here and at the front, that they're truly parallel, and I think that's causing some issues where it will throw the belt, although it is a bit loose. No gears have been made as planned at this stage, at this end. So yeah, that's that. I haven't made my adapter plate yet for my forge or anything like that. So that's that. Car's obviously still in the garage. It's in here at the moment because it's raining, and I won't put it outside in the rain. New additions to the garage though. I do now have a bandsaw. Now this was an eBay purchase. It's an oldie, but it's goodie. It's nice and solid. When I bought it, it didn't look like this, of course. I only paid $80 for it, and it was a rusted heap of crap when I got it. So I stripped it down and sandblasted everything and repainted it and put a new blade on it, and it works really good. I made the stand for it and the motor mount down there. Pretty rough, but working. It still goes a little bit too fast for my liking. So I have plans to change the pulley mechanism, which is obviously on the other side, down here, I've tried a couple of configurations just with what I've got, but I've got to get a bigger pulley on top there just to slow the speed down for cutting metal. The other thing, I have a new workbench. It's kind of okay. So what that is, it's a filing drawer cabinet for blueprints. So they're big wide drawers. They're a bit stiff with all the weight in them though, and just a plywood top that I've made there. I've got my vise mounted on the end. It is on wheels, so I can move it around the garage. I've also got a hinged extension at the end here, which I haven't completely finished yet. I haven't put in any sort of support that can fold out and hold that up. I haven't needed to use it, to be honest. And I'm thinking of building into that some sort of temporary, like a table saw use, if I'm ever working with wood, that I can put my circular saw in there and use it as a table saw. Okay, so that brings us to the big news, and the best of all the additions to the garage. Cue the music. Da, 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 da. We now have a milling machine. Woohoo! So this is a brand new milling machine that I'm more than obviously happy to have in the garage now. It's obviously going to dramatically increase my capabilities of what we can produce here in the garage. As with anything else, I'm not a trained machinist or anything, so it's going to be a steep learning curve for me to learn. It's got a 2-axis DRO there, which is really nice. Coolant pump down the bottom and coolant flowing through. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't have a lot of tooling for it yet. You end up spending almost as much on tooling as you do on the bloody machine to start with, so it's going to be a slow process, and you know, after getting a $3,500 purchase past the missus to then start spending hundreds of dollars on tooling, yeah, it doesn't fly. Okay, so that's that. So obviously what that means for me, and what that means for where are we? So what that means for future projects and current projects, obviously with now the mill and the lathe, it's going to change what we can do, and that's a big part of why I've stopped now on the injection molding machine. The most likely scenario with that now is going to be that I'll probably strip it down to nothing, break it all down completely, and completely start all over again. Bigger clamping plates, all milled nicely, bigger rams and a larger capacity, removing some of the things on the intricacies on the current design. It didn't really need, like up and down moving injector and all these sorts of things, so maybe a more stable frame for it to sit on. I've got some plans, but that's going to slowly come along, and hopefully with the mill and the lathe and everything going, there'll be some smaller projects along the way that we can film. In the short term, I do have some videos planned. Just today I've got to make a drawbar for the mill. I've planned to make a tool for my son that he needs for work, and I've got some plans for some videos to do with the car. They were quite popular, some of the ones I've done on my Corolla with the maintenance that I've done. I've got some ideas coming up for some modification videos on the Corolla. So anyway, that's where we are. I just thought I'd give you all a quick update. Thank you again to all those people who've been viewing the videos and the comments and feedback that I have had. I really appreciate it, and again, thank you very, very much to those people who have subscribed and shared the videos. Again, I really appreciate it, and I just hope that you enjoy it. I'm also on Twitter now. I'm not even on Facebook, but now I'm on Twitter, which my kids give me a bit of stick for. So you can contact me on Twitter now at AlexDoesDIY. So yeah, if you want to speak to me or communicate other than through YouTube, obviously, then you can do it through Twitter. Alright, cool. Take it easy, man.